Good day, Philippines. This is Mike Padua, and we're back to give you the very latest on Super Typhoon Kiko with international name Chanthu as it moves closer towards Extreme Northern Luzon. And this is for today, Thursday, September 9, 2021, and this is brought to you by Typhoon 2000. Let's begin with our update. Here's the latest Japan Meteorological Agency fast animation on the tropical cyclones occurring right now to the left and right of the Philippine Islands. And this is from the Himawari 9 satellite feed. As you can see, as we speak, we have two tropical cyclones left and right of the country, and the one to the left is the departing severe tropical storm Jolina or Conson, which is now expected to exit the Philippine Area of Responsibility later tonight or early tomorrow morning as it moves in the general direction of the southern portions of China, particularly over Hainan Island. So the system is expected to move in this direction towards Hainan. That will be the track of severe tropical storm Jolina, and it's likely to become a typhoon once it nears the island of Hainan. Meanwhile, to the right, we have Super Typhoon Kiko or Chanthu, which is now moving westward across the Philippine Sea, threatening northern Luzon. But the good news, for the past 6 hours, the track of this super typhoon has begun to move towards the west-northwest, and it's now following the forecast track of all models, including the official weather agencies' tracks all around Asia. So that will be the track of Super Typhoon Kiko for the next 3 days. And right now, as you can see, the eye has disappeared once again because it's still undergoing the Eyewall Replacement Cycle. So it is likely to be downgraded again back to Category 4 with winds of only 250. 3 or 6 hours ago, its wind speeds has pumped up again to Category 5 status with sustained winds of 260 kph with higher gusts of up to about 300 kilometers per hour. So the rest of Luzon is enjoying some good weather except for the islands of the Visayas and Mimaropa, particularly Palawan and the Calayan Island group, because these areas will be under the influence of a moderate southwest monsoon, bringing some rains and thunderstorms plus breezy conditions from the southwest across these areas. So the seas around these areas will be choppy and dangerous to small sea crafts, while folks over Western and Central Visayas might be experiencing some passing isolated to widespread rain, showers, and thunderstorms brought about by the southwest monsoon, which is slowly returning to life here in the Philippine Islands because of these two tropical cyclone. And if we take a look at the zoom-in satellite animation from windy.com, you can clearly see here the pinhole eye of Super Typhoon Kiko, which is roughly around 9 kilometers in diameter. And around 2 to 3 p.m. this afternoon, the eye has completely disappeared, although there is still some cloud-filled eye going on. So it's likely that the undergoing eyewall replacement cycle is weakening this system because the old eyewall will be replaced by a newer one located along its periphery. As you can see here, using the CIMSS morphed integrated microwave imagery. Here's the past 24 hours beginning 8 a.m. of September 8 until 8 a.m. of September 9. As you can see, the outer eyewall has begun to strengthen and the inner eyewall has begun to collapse. So this new eyewall forming for the past 12 hours is expected to replace the old eyewall. So there is some fluctuation in the intensity of Super Typhoon Chanthu or Kiko. So this system might again re-intensify as it moves closer to extreme northern Luzon once the eyewall replacement cycle is completed, and it might this system might be having a large eye, okay, slightly larger than the old one, based on what we saw on previous eyewall replacement cycles on tropical cyclones here in the Western Pacific, particularly over the Philippine Sea. Now, let's take a look at the last track that we issued around 5 a.m. This is based on the 7 a.m. release. So, the storm right now is somewhere here. So, within the next 2 days, the system will track towards extreme northern Luzon, maybe with a slight slight nudge to the right because of the new forecast model being out in the next few hours. So that will be the new track of the storm, but areas of folks living along extreme northern Luzon must be prepared for the possible arrival of the system, although the damaging winds will be only concentrated within 50 kilometers from the within 80 kilometers from the eye. So likely northern Cagayan and the smaller islands of Babuyan and Batanes group will experience some damaging winds brought about by this super typhoon. So there is still a possibility that this system will intensify once again as it nears extreme northern Luzon because of favorable atmospheric conditions like warm sea surface temperature and the fact that the system has completed the eyewall replacement cycle. There will be a tendency that it will again intensify as it moves over warmer sea surface temperatures here over the North Philippine Sea, Now, here's the Asian tracks of tropical storm or severe tropical storm Jolina. The system as of 11 is right here, so it's likely to exit the Philippine Area of Responsibility, that's the power line, early tomorrow morning, and it will be moving in the general direction of southern China and northern Vietnam. And if we look at the Asian agency's tracks on tropical cyclone or super typhoon Kiko, the rest of them points towards the Batanes Group of Islands and most likely Taiwan. So please take all necessary precautions of this forecast track on the system. And if we take a look at the global models, this is the latest. We still don't have the ECMWF, but most likely the track will be the same, okay, following the group of these models. So only the extreme northern parts of Luzon will be affected by the system based on the computer models. No landfall, no major landfall across Luzon based on the latest initial forecast model track. Here's the steering pattern on where the typhoon might go. As you can see, the high pressure area to the south of Japan remains there, but the system is now along the southwestern periphery of the high pressure ridge. So we expect the system to now move towards the west-northwest to northwest. Once it reaches the western edge of this ridge, the system will move more to the north. Okay, that's the basic concepts of steering flow from these high pressure areas, which drives the system on where to go or where it will move. So it's lucky for us that the system starts to move right now towards the west-northwest. And this system, Conson, will again move towards the west-northwest. But this system is steered by a different layer of the steering pattern around around 25,000 feet, because this super typhoon is being driven around 50,000 feet. So it's a different layer in the atmosphere that depends on the intensity of tropical cyclones. So weaker storms are usually pushed by steering flows at around 5 to 10,000 feet, while super cyclones or super typhoon or category 5 hurricanes are being pushed by steering flows at around 50,000 feet at the edge of the troposphere. Okay, so there you go. That's a quick explanation on the track of the system. It's currently moving over warm oceanic heat content, so we expect the system to again regain intensity for the next 2 days as it moves closer to extreme northern Luzon. And before we leave you, here's the rain forecast from the ECMWF European model. As you can see, for the next 3 days, Super Typhoon Kiko will accelerate towards the northwest, approaching Batanes and Babuyan Cubao Islands. And on Saturday, it will be passing swiftly across these islands as it moves closer on Sunday over the areas of Taiwan. So it's moving fast. So Sunday morning, it will be along the east coast of Taiwan, or either on the west coast, depending on the track if it changes. But definitely the forecast track shows a possible close approach along Batanes and Babuyan and Cubao Islands, and we will not be ruling out this system that will be seriously affected by the circulation of this system. So we will give you again the latest update by tomorrow on the approach of Super Typhoon Kiko. Again, from Typhoon 2000, this is Mike Padua reporting. Stay safe always, be #weatherwiser, and thank you so much for watching our channel.